You want to own a rental property? My name is Garret Wong, owner of Upper Edge Property Management. Today I'm going to be talking about late fees. Last episode we discussed a different type of rental payments. In this week's video, I want to discuss what you're allowed to charge if your tenant pays their rent late. I know this video is on social media and YouTube and our viewers could be in different regions, so I'd encourage you to read the regulations of your specific Tenancies Act. For today, I'm going to explain the rules here in Manitoba. So to start, a landlord must tell a tenant in writing that they will charge a late payment fee if the tenant doesn't pay rent on time. Where do you put this in writing? Either directly in your lease or on a rules and regulations document. Our Act specifically states, once a tenant knows about the fee, a landlord is entitled to charge it. Additionally, here in Manitoba, you can't just put any kind of late fees into your lease or rules document. Specifically, the rate for a late payment fee is set by the regulations, and a landlord cannot charge more than what has been set by the regulation. So, here in Manitoba, a landlord can charge a late payment of up to $10 for the day the rent was due, and up to $2 for each day after the due date that the rent is late in any consecutive number of rental payment periods, to a maximum of $100. You can tell I'm reading from the Act. And then furthermore, when a landlord charges a late payment fee, the tenant must pay the daily rate, up to and including the day they actually pay the rent in full, or the fee reaches the $100 maximum. Okay, now that I've described what you can charge, many investors still ask me, should I charge late fees? So this comes down to, just because you can charge, should you? And I can only give you some basic concepts. Late fees are a tool the government is giving you to allow you to manage your rental property more effectively. That doesn't mean, however, that if your tenant pays rent late, that you have to charge them the fee. It is optional and up to you. When would there be a situation when you might want to waive the late fee? I can think of a few, but let's just explore one option. Perhaps you have a really good tenant, has been there a long time, and they forget to pay their rent, or there's a mistake with their bank, or it's literally the first time they paid late rent in years. In those cases, you might want to build up a bit of goodwill and waive the fee. Hopefully they'll be appreciative, which might get you a lease renewal at the end of the term. Anyhow, we're out of time. Join us next week where I'll be discussing property inspections. Thanks for watching.